Testing. Testing. Very good. We have audio. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. We got our drone. It's over here. Okay. Our drone is on beta something. Okay, so we can do everything now, at least with the internet, so we don't have to download anything. We don't have to download anything. We go to Betaflight. No, we don't go to Beta FPV. We go to Betaflight. And everything's going to be wonderful today, okay? Oh, we're going to plug it in. Let's see how fast we can do this, okay? Now remember, if you got a DIY kit off of me, you don't have to do this. You can just copy and paste my settings, which is a great and wonderful thing. But if you didn't and you just have your own and you want to go through a fresh, full setup, we're going to show you how to do it. So first of all, remember the ports, okay? So UART 6 has my VTX and UART 1 has my receiver. I need to know that. And it might not have anything, but usually even if you have something that you bought new or whatever, it'll have some sort of setting. I need to remember 1 and 6. 1 is serial, is my UART. So the UARTs, each one of those UARTs is like a TX1 or a TX2, or just so UART1 would be TXRX1, UART2 would be TXRX2, UART3, yeah, on and on and on. So on our RXTX1, so on UART1, we have our receiver. Okay, so that has the receiver. Okay, very nice. And then on UART6, we have our VTX. UART 6, we have our VTX. We need to know this before we start messing around with everything. Okay, so we got that. The other thing that we are going to want to know, what's the other thing we want to know? Oh, we want to look at the configuration. So look at the board alignment. See this board alignment? Because you might have to screw with it later and you don't want to. So remember that the yaw is 45. Yaw is 45. So remember these things. These things are important because if you do not know, see clockwise, 0, and gyro first. Just to be safe, because you can figure it out later, but why figure it out if you already know? So we got those settings safe. Now what you can do is if you want to save a backup, you can go over here and go save backup. But because I'm crazy, I'm not going to do that. Oh, also I'm going to go to update firmware. I'm going to go to detect. Now see that? It tells me my target. So it won't tell you your target when it's in bootloader mode. So make sure you do that first. So now you know, okay, look, it's the Sky Stars. Okay, 405, all in one, okay? Write that down, write all those things down. You have them ready on a nice, beautiful sheet of paper. Now you're ready to go. Now we go back to connect. Now in order to do this, you have to be in bootloader mode. To get into bootloader mode, nice little trick, go to CLI, type in BL, boom, and you are in bootloader mode. But before we do that, the other thing we might want to do, no, I have the VTX. I have the VTX. I already have all that stuff. Okay, you might want to copy your VTX table, but like you can just put it on after. Okay, so we're connecting now. Okay, so it doesn't want to go into bootloader mode. So what are we going to do? We're going to download a program called Impulse RC Driver Fixer and then run that. Say yes, and now it's going to put it into bootloader mode for us because it didn't want to be good. So we got to force it. Sometimes things are like that. And then as it does this, it should show us. We should be able to see it maybe go into bootloader mode. And then if it does, we can just close this. But it doesn't like me. Okay, good. Connect. Update firmware. Are we in bootloader mode? Hopefully. It wouldn't be able to detect. Okay, hopefully everything's working now. HIJK, sky, stars. See, there's all these different ones. That's the 405. We want the 405 all-in-one. See, we remembered. Okay, so we're going to put on the latest firmware. Now, see where it says OSD none? This is a big no-no. You got to make sure you set that up. Because I've done this before where I didn't set up the OSD. I don't know why it's not automatically there. It just should be there. But it's not in the new things. So you make sure that you put that OSD. Otherwise, you're going to have a drone with no OSD. And that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? We waste another day trying to figure out what to do. Okay, we're loading the firmware. It's loaded. Now we're going to flash it.
Chaser FPV.
It's in bootloader thanks to our trusty Impulse RC. Thanks to all the pain we've gone through in the past. Now we know how to deal with everything. And I'm sharing that with you. And I hope you find that valuable and appreciate it. Maybe join my Patreon for $2 or give me some money on PayPal. Smoochy. Because like I'm giving you like years of knowledge here. Really quickly, fast as possible. I'm not telling you a 20-minute story. Like someone we know. Hello, welcome. We're going to waste your time today. How long do you want to listen to me talk before you find a solution? The question really is, how long can I keep you here? I'm terrible. Okay, I'm going to stop talking so I can fast forward this part. Once again, showing how much I value your time. You guys are allowed to talk. Hey, Chaser. Hope you're doing okay. Programming successful. Something in our life has gone well. Okay, let's connect. Let's do all the stuff. Oh, no. Oh, it's connected. Very nice. Accelerometer, we don't even care about it because real pilots use acro and they don't even bother. But if you wanted to, fine. If you're going to use any modes like angle mode or, you know, training wheels or have a GPS, you might need an accelerometer. So just hold it steady and then do calibrate accelerometer. And then that'll do that. Okay. Is everything doing things properly? Yeah, it's all doing it properly. So we don't probably have to mess with anything anyways. And I'm going to walk you through all the stuff, even if I wouldn't do it, I guess. Okay. Everything's great. Port 1, what is this? That's number 1. And what is this? This is our Tramp VTX. Save and reboot. We remembered. We didn't even have to look at the ratings. But it is good to just do these things. Now look, I'm going to turn off the accelerometer. I'm going to turn off the barometer. And the reason I'm going to do that, I'm just going to, it just takes less so that my thing is doing less. I don't think we can get away with 800 and 800, but we'll try. We'll try. This usually, like, if you have an F7, you can use 8 and 8. If you have an F4, you got to use 4. But 405 is kind of like in between. Okay, this is for my buddy Amperi Labooby. So that'll be his name. And we got our OSD. We got everything else. Do we have LED light strips? No, but he might want to program some later. So that's where you'd have to do it.
Amperi Labooby FPV.
We're going to turn these on so that our drone makes a beep.
I'm until 4.
So we get our drone to beep. We don't have a beeper, but it lets our ESCs do beepy stuff.
Off
Remember to save and reboot. Every single one of these stages, we have to save and reboot. Okay? Now, the configuration. Yeah, that was all right. That's all right. This first gyro. What did the first gyro? Custom? It's 0, but whatever. Custom? Let's just put... The other one was on... No, you know what? Let's just leave it. If it's working, we don't need to mess with it. Okay, power and battery. So at what point do you want it to warn you? 3.5 is good. Or you could do 3.6 to be like, make sure your batteries are extra good. I like to kind of fly to 3.6, and then when I get to 3.6, start coming back. But you know what? I'll leave it 3.5. I'll leave it at 3.5. But 3.6 if you want to be extra good to your batteries. The thing is that if you fly a battery down to 3.6 and then land it, you'll never have to put it at storage voltage because it
Chaser
will
FPV
it'll
said. At Amperi Labooby FPV is getting a big boy drone.
It'll recover at storage voltage. Okay, very nice. Now presets. Eventually I'll have a preset, but because I'm bad at computers, and Blue FPV is helping us do it, so you got to be happy. Okay. So now what we're gonna do, our RC link. Okay.
Amperi Labooby
over here.
FPV
Yeah.
said.
Our RC link
Without
is
flying
going
a
to be
baby drone,
Express
LOL.
LRS 500. Okay, so just grab that and just let's say freestyle, and single cell. Does it even matter? Because we're doing our own tuning anyways. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Single cell values. It is separate.
Amperi Labooby FPV
and
said.
Yeah, that's good.
Still never flew acro off sim.
You can pick whatever you like here if that makes you feel good. Then for this part, you don't even have to pick it. For Express LRS connection, if it's on the board, like a certain have SPIs, the older ones have SPIs, newer ones have separate, or if you have a receiver that's separate, there you go, serial separate. Single cell packs, there you're good. Those are the only
Chaser
two things.
FPV
well, I like to see
said,
this. Yeah, whatever.
You will have to come
that's
up to
good.
St.
Pick
Louis.
it, save it. Okay, we're saved. We got that out of the way. Okay, now we're going to go to, what else? Anything else in the presets? Now we're going to go to PID tuning. Right? Everything's just flat and boring. And now we're going to, this is exciting. This is how we're going to get a nice tune out of our drone. You're going to go to my channel. You're going to find the beginner playlist. There's a playlist. You go to the beginner playlist. You watch all those videos because there's lots of gems in there. Even like in other videos, just watch through the whole video. Maybe the beginning doesn't teach you something, but maybe halfway through you're like, oh, wow, I never thought of that. And here are my coveted tune.
Make sure that you go to expert mode first.
And my computer.
So then you can do dampening.
Is hopefully going to work. Okay. So you can pause it. You can do the stuff. So this, I take this to, you go into expert mode. If you can't adjust this, there's this
Amperi
expert mode here.
FPV said, I'm not far from.
Okay.
Why?
What?
Amperi Labooby FPV said, I'm Searcy and Jonesboro, Arkansas.
You are not in Canada. You're far from me. Okay. I don't know what you're doing here. You guys are talking to each other. We're setting up your drone. Okay. And then you ever get stuck, you can do this with other drones, or you can do it with your drone or whatever. Okay. Stick response 9. And
Chaser FPV said, a few hours.
D at 1.45, tracking PNI at 1.45, stick
said,
response at 0.9,
yes,
dynamic dampening
smiley
at 0.
face.
Okay. 8. 1112. Okay, very good.
Amperi Labooby FPV said, I drive a few
drift
hours
wobble
multiple
at 0.8,
times
pitch
with Wii.
dampening at 1, pitch tracking at 1, master multiplier at 1.2, reduction at 7, smooth.
Okay, very good. Jitter reduction. Here we go. 763. 2.15. 90, 0 RP, set point, 15, anti-gravity off.
Smoothness at 63, averaging at 2 point, boost 15, max rate 90, high term relax,
Chaser FPV said, heck, we could meet in the middle. Ampari Labubi FPV said,
RP set point,
my dad's
15,
only
turn off
30 minutes
anti-gravity,
from Missouri and Memphis border.
Throttle boost 5. 90. Oh, motor output limit. These motors are powerful, so I'm taking it down to 90. And if you get my DIY kit, the 1504s, I believe, are 4,000 kV, and it's a little bit high, so you take it down a bit. And what's 10% off of 4,000? Answer me. 4,000 minus 10%.
throttle boost at 5, motor output limit, I like to do at 95, it's just a little bit gentler on the ESCs. The VBAT compensation at 80%, this is makes.
Oh yes, the VBAT is important. So with your battery, what ends up happening?
Ampari Labubi FPV said, if you want to go to Ravendon, Arkansas, we can hang out on one of my dad's weekends and fly.
Okay,
It's a ton of woods and cattle fields.
So when you're flying a battery, you'll feel a lot more power at the beginning than at the end, but by using the VBAT sag compensation, it'll make it feel more even all throughout, which is nice. I don't do it 100, I do it 80%, and that's perfect. Okay, now we're going to save this.
Makes it feel a lot nicer. 1 point.
Okay, now we're going to the filters tab. Take that to 1.2. Very good.
2, and then we go here, and you can see
We have the low pass 1 off. We have the low pass 2 on. 500, I believe. No.
this stuff. And adjust.
That's 2. Change that to 2. Change this to 400, I think. Is it 400 or is it 450?
Chaser FPV said, 4,000, 10% of 4,000 equals 4,000, 400 equals 3,600.
What? It's 3,600. That's what I thought. 100, 600. Okay, that's all fine.
Same, and this is a 2.
And that's good.
And it's working really nicely.
Yeah. That's all good.
So my rates, I changed.
Okay, and then we got the rates. We'll put my rates in there too.
Chaser FPV said, stupid phone.
No, it's my fault. My speakers are doing weird things. You know what? I'll do 0.5. Very nice. That's going to be 1. And this is going to be 0.3. Now save everything. Very good. Very good. So that's done. Now with the receiver, We're going to have UART, crossfire. That's good. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to change this from a 5 to a 1. And we're going to change this from 1900 to 2000. That's going to give you 10% more resolution right there. Boom. You make sure that your radio is moving properly with this. We're going to get to that later. We're going to save this. Okay. Modes. We have to do that all once we get the radio all set up. OSD and video transmitter. So now we can work on our OSD and our video transmitter. What do we want? I don't know why I didn't put those things. I thought it would put it. Okay. The battery average cell voltage you're going to want. RSSI because it's simple.
Said. Sounds cool at Ampari Labu BFPV.
Now remember that your timer is going to be shown at the end of your flight, so you don't really need to see the timer. But the good thing with the timer is then you know how long your flights are all the time. You get used to it and you're like, oh, I always get this about this much flight time. So you have your voltage here where you can see your voltage. When this hits 3.6, it's time to start landing. Now, the good thing about this is when you start racing, you're able to know what channel you're on because you're always going to be switching your channels. And this is the power of your VTX, what power it's on, what channel it's on, what power it's on, what channel it's on. By seeing the power, like you don't accidentally have your VTX on and it's like too like low or whatever. Okay, we got those things where we want them. We want to be in NTSC because it's faster. PAL looks a touch better, but NTSC is faster, and we want as little latency and as much speed as possible. It's what, we have analog. It's what we like. I personally like the clarity. There you go. Nice and clear. And then save that. Okay, now we're going to have to figure out this video transmitter. It says false. So I have something. So depending on what video transmitter you're using, you should be able to go over here to the presets and find your VTX. Let's say this was your VTX, and you would say pick, and then it would set up your VTX according to that. For me, I have a bit of a different one, so I have the file over here somewhere. This is the file. It's in my drone cap folder. Let's go. So here I'm going to say, where's the VTX? The video transmitter. I'm going to load from a file. You see? Load from a file. Now I'm going to go to not my downloads, my desktop, my drone crap, and I got my JSON file. Okay, I take this, I load it on. Okay, and now I save that. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get our goggles and we're going to plug it in and we're going to see if we have OSD. Now, you can use your goggles, but I have a little device that I just plug into my phone, and it turns my phone into a screen. I think I might link that up for you in the bottom of this video. And now it's showing me, I'm able to see, instead of looking into goggles, I'm looking at my phone. And it's basically like having an external display. Now I'm going to plug the drone in. and I have to find. Oh, it says true. It says true. But now I have to find it, the channel, scan the channels. I also have to see what power. Okay, so I'm going to put this on band, race band 1, R1. What the heck? Okay, I'm still here. My video got messed up. But I put it on race band 1 on power 25 because we don't want to blow it up right now. The low power disarm, we're just going to leave it on until first arm. So as soon as you arm it, it stays full power after that. Save. Okay. Now we should be able to find it on R1. And I'm going to see if I can reconnect my video. Okay. It's working. Oh, come on. One sec. Okay. One sec, guys. Okay, people, we're back in business. So what happened was my phone connected to Express LRS because I've done that before. So now we plug this in, and we're gonna make sure that that we can change the VTX channels. Okay, so we're gonna whatever, we got it. It's working. I don't know why it's beeping. anyways, we're just going to change the power. Save. Okay, it says it's at 400. Let's just see. The OSD isn't changing. So I've had this problem before, and it has a weird fix. It's this VTX specifically, and weird things like this can happen. So I'm going to save it as smart audio. Save and reboot. Okay, now when I put it on, that is so weird. So we save it as Tramp, then we save it as smart audio, and then it works. Okay, so now we're gonna, so what was happening is the video channel wasn't changing. So now when I do this in smart audio, I get my OSD and I change it to 25, save, and it changes it. It's very strange. Now I'm going to go back. There's weird things in FPV, right? And some VTXs do funny things. Okay, so now I'm going to change that back to Tramp. I don't know why it does this, but you put it through smart audio and then you put it to Tramp and then it should work. This is not a trick that'll work though with most VTXs. Okay, 25. And now we change it to 400, save. It's weird. Weird. Okay, we can't get stuck here anyways because I need to be able to do stuff with the radio. We got to go through the radio setup. And then let's go into the OSD. I want single cell voltage. Average cell. Yes. Okay. Now, show me the stuff. Yeah, that's doing that. That's doing that. It's changing now. Okay. It's weird. It says it's false, but it's working. Okay. Now what are we going to do? Now we're going to go to... We are going to go to setup. We're going to set up Express LRS. I'm going to turn off this thing. I'll be back. And this is how I'll know. Okay. I'm going to turn off this thing for a sec. I guess you'll be able to hear me. Do I want you to be able to hear me? I'm going to go through the whole setting up of your radio. Yeah. The whole setting up of the radio and the receiver. Very good. Okay. I'll be back. No, you know what? We got this. This is good. This is good. This is good. Oh, no, I need my phone. Okay. Be able to hear me, but you won't be able to see me. Okay. Can I do it on the live stream? Could I just do it all? I might be able to. So if we were to take this, we take this. No, we could do another one. You can hear me nice and clear? I think you can hear me nice and clear. Now, I'm going to take my phone. I'm going to add another video capture or prison mobile. Or some lens. We have this one. Now, can I get rid of the background? Oh. Okay, never mind. Never mind. What is this? We're getting rid of this. Okay. Okay, now I can. I can. Okay, I'm going to show you stuff. Okay, so when we... Is there power in my phone? No, you know what? I'm just going to do this separately. I'm going to do this separately because I Testing, testing. Okay. There we go. Now you know why it's easier. It's easier to just buy it from me so you don't have to go through all this crap. Okay, so now we have our drone bound to our radio, and we're going to set up the last little bit, and then we're going to be able to go out and test fly. So let's charge some hacks. Okay. Packs are charging. Now, you know what else we're going to do before we do all that? We're going to... No, we'll do that after. Okay, so now let's get everything set up. We go to the modes, add range, and now you can set up everything with your radio. I'll do it like that. So that'll be arm and disarm. Arm, disarm. Yeah. For flip over after crash, I'm going to add range. So you go like that. Disarm, arm. I'm going to add a range here. No, okay, that'll be arm, disarm. So that you're able to flip it over easily. Now, you know what? I'm just going to set it up the same way I set it up for me. Now, it's going to be a little weird to get used to at first, but I don't know. That's how I like it. Okay. Add range. So that's going to be arm. We're going to add another one at the bottom. So that's arm also. At the top it arms, at the bottom it arms, at the middle it disarms. Now flip over after crash is going to be at the bottom. So this is nice because then if you want to go, you can go from arm to flip over after crash and armed at the same time. It's the quickest way to be able to turtle mode. You just got to get used to arming and disarming like that. And we're flying little things, so it's not dangerous. And then we're going to do our beep. Beeper. Boom. Okay, you got your beeper on. Done. Save. All the settings are good. Okay, save. Okay, that's good. That's set up well. Let's see, the receiver stuff is doing what it's supposed to do. All that, we can yaw. We can make sure all of these are right. If any of this is wrong, you just got to go and switch these. You got to switch the numbers with the letters if they need to be swapped. Maybe E needs to be swapped with R. So then you would swap E with R over here, and that's how you would fix all that. But this is all working nicely. Okay, and now we're going to do the motors. Okay, you're going to count the motors. You're going to put bidirectional. Oh, we have to actually. We're going to now do bidirectional D-shot because the bidirectional is just going to make everything nicer. So we're going to have to first disconnect from Betaflight. Now you're going to go to escconfigurator.com. You're going to say connect. Now before you read settings, you're going to plug in your battery. Now you click read settings. This is how you put RPM filtering on nicely. And make sure your radio's off. Hey, Nana, how's it going?
Good. I'm walking now
Okay.
from Fourth and Main, so I don't know if you want to meet me somewhere.
Okay. Avery's just finishing a cartoon.
For the day.
What?
Avery's just finishing a cartoon, and then I'll call you. Okay, see ya. Blame it on the child. Okay. Now what are we doing? BL Heli? No, we're gonna flash all the ESCs. Make sure your radio's off. It interferes with this. Okay. Blue Jay, the newest one, and we're gonna do it on 96. 96 or 48. I like 96. 96 is more like racing. 48 is more freestyle. Ampri's interested in racing, and just you'll have more control at lower speeds with 48, more control at higher speeds with 96, and 96 is a touch more efficient. So we're going to do that. I'll flash them all. Okay, they're done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these and we're just going to put them both all the way up. We're going to take this. We're going to make it 15. Low, high. Make this 3. And I think we can make that low. Yeah. This is good. This is good. Now you can do right settings. Okay. Now another thing we should be able to do. We've gone back into it. We left and we went back in. Now we can put a little song on it. What's going to be the song? This is where we get to have fun. Since we're doing it for someone else, put Peppa Pig on it. Yeah, except write the melodies. So he'll have to come here and figure out how to change this. Otherwise, every time he plays it, he's going to have Peppa the Pig. Okay, write the settings. Nice. Now, this step, it just makes makes everything beautiful. It makes your drone fly so much better. And why not? Don't you want that? Okay, disconnect. Now we go back to Betaflight. Now let's make sure that our video transmitter is not on 400. It isn't. Okay, we're going to our motors. Remember, it's plugged in. Understand the risks.
FPV said, "Savage, haha."
Yeah, sound screwed up. Sorry. Okay. Here we go. We're going to test out these motors. That's going in, out, out, in. Okay, so we got to change these. So first thing we're going to do is say reversed. We want the motors to be reversed. Okay, save and reboot. Now we want to go back to the motors. And we want to say bidirectional D-shot. I believe that there are 14. I believe that is right. There's 14. All right. Let's keep messing around with all this stuff. And we'll count them after. Motor direction. Understand. Wizard. Start spin. Okay, so motor number 2 is spinning in. So I'm going to click this. And now it's going to start spinning out. It's spinning out. Motor number 4 is spinning out. Motor number 1 is spinning out. Motor number 3 is spinning in, so we're going to click on that. And now it's spinning out. Very nice. So now all the motors are spinning nice. Stop motors. Done. So now that's going to be set properly. Here you can do reorder motors. So if you changed like the direction or stuff, whatever, this will reorder your motors for you nice and easily. But if everything's like new and set up nice, you don't have to worry about this. But sometimes, like let's say you flipped your FC over or something, the order of your motors is all screwed up. So you just do this, it'll spin them, and it'll reorder them for you. Okay, so that's very nice. The motor idle 5.5, that's okay. Everything's good. Okay, now let's just do another check. Out, 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 out. Everything is wonderful. Everything should be perfect now. And we should be good to fly. So let's do that. We're gonna put our propellers on. Okay, disconnect. Disconnect this. Okay. I believe that now I'm just like, how do I do it so I show you stuff? I know what we can do. We go here, we go like that. Now I should be able to. Oh. Now I should be able to show you the testy test. Okay, first we're going to screw in our props. Okay, I'm going to teach you a little trick. You want to know which way this prop spin? Which way is it pointing? It's pointing that way, so that means it's going that way. Okay, so we're going to take this. There's some new ones. Put that there. So whichever side is lifted, that's the direction it goes in. So I always have them going out. Avery, is your movie almost over?
It's more than half.
Okay, you know what? Pause it and get ready to go.
Go where?
We're going for a walk with Nana.
Really?
Yeah. It's a beautiful day. We got to get outside. And I got to test this out for my customer. Okay, so I'm not even screwing them on yet. I should screw them on, but whatever. Let's just give it a test.
Welcome to HTX. Throttle warning. Switch warning.
Took way too long. All those things took a while. But let's test her out. Okay, hopefully it doesn't fly to the moon. Our beeper works. Damn, that sounds nice. Very good. Okay, now let's see. Let's just see our OSD. If we can change things.
Chaser FPV said, good deal.
Okay. It's working good. I just gotta figure out. You know what? It flies. We're good. I gotta figure out the VTX tables because they're a little bit funny. I try copying it off my other drone with the same. Where's my other drone? This drone has the same thing. I'll save the VTX table off this one. See if I can transfer it over. Oh, why?
Telemetry recovered.
Oh, okay. Let's go to the VTX table. Now save. Save to file. Drone crap. Okay, let's go like that. Disconnect. Now I gotta see if I can get this going like that. Oh, also I didn't check what I have that on because that's probably on Tramp.
Telemetry recovered.
On Tramp. Okay.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
Okay, let's go. Video transmitter. Let's put it on Tramp. Now let's load the one from this one. Okay. Disconnect. Actually, you know what also? Now I'm going to take a whole dump. I need this thing. We got our 4.51. I'm going to take a dump off this. So I never have to do that again. What is this? This is my... Good. Okay. Disconnect. Now...
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
Nice. Yes. It's working now. Yes! Perfect. That's good to have two of everything. Your settings are wrong on one, you can transfer them over. And now we're going to go rip it. We're going to go destroy it. Yeah. Nothing like sending your customer a broken drone. You send it to them all torn up. You know, it's like, there you go. I gave it its first few scratches so that you didn't have to feel bad. Woo! Okay, get ready to go. Pause that. Pause that. Okay, get ready to go. Avery, you got to watch cartoons all day. Very, like, you'd never get that.
My arms still feel sore.
Good. Okay, those are getting charged. That's going to get a nice little rip. This thing flies great. I think, like, part of the audio from that video, like, the battery on my bloody audio died. Okay. Worried my winky's gonna, like, fall out of my shorts. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You go till it's like just about like till it stops, and then you give it half a turn more. So you go in, it stops, half a turn more. That's the perfect amount. You don't want to strip the threads or anything. Come on, get in. Find the hole. Okay. Avery.
What? I'm all dressed.
Mm.
And you're doing stuff?
Yeah. Done. Done. It's a special moment. My first, like, bind and fly. Going off to the customer. Okay. Toodaloo. That's that. See you guys.